What's up, y'all? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Xtreme Gainz family? I'm Chuck, and this is Xtreme Gainz. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Today is Thursday, November 10th, 2022, and this is my Thursday daily update and preparation video for tomorrow and beyond. As always, I hope you all had a great day in the market today. More importantly, I hope you made some absolutely bonkers extreme gains for yourselves, like myself and the premium Discord members did today. It was an unbelievable day. I'm going to go over all of that, and I'm going to go over some of my regulars, my snake Algo method for all three tickers, some macro comparatives. So with all of that said, let's dig in. Like I said, the extreme gains that were taken from the market today were absolutely bonkers today, myself included. Here you can look at this Twitter post and screenshot while I go over my extreme gains for today from my scalp setups on the 7 tickers that I set up every single day. They provided 6 entries from trigger today, the highest ROI being 500%. The next one down 340%, the next one down 330%, the next one down 230%, and then the last remaining 2 at 75% and at 40% to round out that list for today. Always super happy and super grateful for those. Like I said, the Xtreme Gainz Premium Discord family killed it today as well. Congratulations to all of you on your extreme gains, and to all of our extended family out here in YouTube land. I hope you all were able to do something similar and make some extreme gains for yourselves. As far as my micro intraday snakes, I do not have them here to show you, but I am going to show you the replay of them. I posted this up to Twitter for AMC and SPY. If you haven't seen this, go check these out. This is my micro intraday snake today on SPY and the fulfillment of it up until 3 p.m. Eastern, and then I'll show you a screenshot of each AMC and SPY end of day with that last hour of fulfillment on them both as well. I wanted to post these up prior to the end of day, so I did. I threw them up around 3 p.m. So there is real shortly here the end of fulfillment of the current SPY one up until 3 p.m. That was it. You saw the dead on fulfillment of it. And then here is the end of day screenshot for SPY, and you can see it was absolutely perfect today. Unbelievably perfect today. I would love nothing more than for Discord to co-sign that you witnessed this live. That way nobody thinks I am playing with their minds. All right, here we go. Here's AMC micro intraday snake live replay fulfillment as well up until 3 p.m. and then I'll show you the end of day screenshot for that as well. I am not going to show side-by-sides in this update and prep video. I'm going to go ahead and save those for Sunday. I wanted to get through these with you, and then I have some other intra-week snakes to look at here with you with AMC as well. So that was up until 3 p.m. and then here was the end of day screenshot of the completed fulfillment of the micro intraday. Absolutely dead on for AMC as well. Another kick-ass day for the micro intraday snake portion of my snake Algo method. Moving on to the intra-week snakes macro comparatives, and then we'll get the hell out of here. Currently on your screen is AMC and my current intra-week snake. AMC finished the day today up 18.11%. The current intra-week snake on your screen in blue was the day prior to the previous divergence and completion of fulfillment of the previous intra-week snake in blue. And the current intra-week snake had fulfilled its projection for 4 weeks and 2 days as of today. And then we obviously diverted to the upside away from the continued fulfillment of it today. So I am going to go ahead and put that in the mirrored position because that is what price action did. It mirrored that to the upside, and you can see in the mirrored position what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill this intra-week snake to its expiry and completion. Now, likewise, I also clipped a day of and a day prior to potential new intra-week snake if today was the divergence from this. If this continues to fulfill until the end of its projection and expiry, I will clip intra-week snakes out here as well and potentially use them from that point on. However, I went ahead in that attempt to stay out in front. I clipped yesterday as the day prior to. Here it is. There's only one way to put this and place this as an initial placement. Obviously, it can be expanded and extended linear-wise. We'll have to see what we get for initial fulfillment out of this initial placement. That is the bar coding from yesterday, so it does look a little funky compared to how they normally look. So that's the day prior to, and here is the day of divergence. I want to put it in it straight up first. The day of, which would be today, and you can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond, if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Now, the day of does have some relevance in the mirrored position as well, so I do think it's worth looking at, and that shows a continuation up to the macro neckline prior to the rejection back downside. So that is the two, and those are the two potential upcoming intra-week snakes that I am looking at moving into tomorrow and beyond. Excuse me. As far as the technical setup, if you were in the live stream yesterday, midday, when I made an analysis or a statement, I guess, if you will, and gave some insight as to what the intraday price action with that bar coding may be indicating, and this is what I talked about. It may be indicating that bottom is in and an upside move was incoming, and that is exactly what ended up playing out today. Absolutely dead on. So obviously that insight was right yesterday, and that analysis of that intraday movement was dead on, and you can see that divergence to the upside. With that upside move, we retook the critical level of support at 547 back to the upside. I do have an internal third in here, roughly placed right now. I want to see where we end up landing here, and then I have the macro neckline upside as well, still remaining at that 681 from a technical perspective of those macro significant levels. Outside of that, that's everything that I am looking at with AMC regarding the intra-week snake and the current technical levels. The macro comparative for AMC. As you know, I've been using the macro double bottom from prior to the January 2021 run-up. I have used this macro comparative. For anybody new here that doesn't know this, because I've said this a bazillion times, I've used this macro comparative for a year now. A year ago, I was projecting a bottom between $2.50 and $5 for AMC using this exact macro comparative, and we put that bottom in here at the 505 yesterday, got this bounce back up, and in the most recent position of this macro comparative, you can see that we continued to fulfill once again yesterday and today, and you can see what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond. And that is everything that I am looking at with AMC. Up next is GME. GME finished the day today as projected by the new potential intra-week snakes, as discussed in Tuesday's update and prep video, up 7.66%, currently up an additional 0.44% in after hours. And the current intra-week snakes that I looked at, the set of three, this red one here was Friday's clip. Again, there's only one place to put this now that we get that bounce of fulfillment, and that is right here with an extended overlap, and you can see it projects the same thing as the blue the day prior to right now in its position. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that off to the side, and if we end up down here, I will use that as a potential comparative. But the two that I was concerned with, as discussed in the update and prep video, are on your screen. Blue the day prior to, the previous divergence and completion of fulfillment of the previous intra-week snake, and this orange one the day of divergence, both of which projected this downside move into the bottom critical level of support that I had been talking about at 2170. If the 2525 breach were to happen, that is exactly what fulfilled yesterday, and then today we caught the bounce back upside as they were both projecting absolutely dead on candle for candle. You can see what the projection is from both of them moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill them. From a technical perspective, the levels on GME that I am looking at are still the same as they were. The 25.25 and or the macro ascending level of support at around that price range back to the upside. A breach of that back upside should bring the 27.80. That'll be the next level up. However, a rejection off of that again back downside, I'll be looking at the 21.70 critical level of support once again, just as I had projected with this move down as well. So that is everything that I am looking at with GME moving into tomorrow and beyond. Last but not least is SPY. SPY finished the day today up an absolute mind-boggling 5.5% in regular trading hours, up an additional 0.25% in after hours, trading at 395.68. The current intra-week snake on your screen here in red was the day of the previous divergence and completion of fulfillment of the previous intra-week snake. And today's projection from it was that continued downside as it had started fulfilling, and we completely turned around on a dime, as you saw on the micro intraday fulfillment today, and ran directly upside, and it ran upside all day, therefore diverting from this current intra-week snake to the upside. So I had, in an attempt to stay out in front of this on Tuesday, clipped and presented a set of 3 potential upcoming new intra-week snakes. If something like this were to happen and price action were to fail to continue this current intra-week snake, as they do quite often when they are completed with their fulfillment. Now, the 3 I clipped, the red here, was the Friday clip in that scenario, and here is the position of it, the fulfillment of it here with that upside convergence move today, and you can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Then I have the potential day prior to, and we had talked about this in the video in its straight up position because it fit directly in here like a glove, and it was projecting the exact same thing as the current intra-week snake to a certain extent here to its expiry. However, because price action diverted in that exact manner, in that straight line to the upside, away from that straight line to the downside projection, I am going to view this in its mirrored position from this point on. And in that mirrored position, you can see the fulfillment of it and the projection from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. And then the day of divergence was right here. And likewise to the red potential day prior to, there was only one placement available of it, and it's essentially right there. And you can see the fulfillment of it with that upside move today and the projection from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Now, regarding all 3 of them, just to give you some extended insight into this, show initially essentially a very similar fulfillment, obviously some different levels here, but nonetheless they all three show the same structure being built prior to a separation of their projections moving forward. That should allow me to easily identify which intra-week snake here pretty shortly that this price action for SPY may be fulfilling moving forward into tomorrow and beyond. That is everything from an intra-week snake perspective that I am looking at with SPY. Then last but not least, to look at here with the snakes and or macro comparatives will be the 0809 correction and crash macro comparative for SPY that I have been tracking on the channel for as long as the AMC macro double bottom, and in the most recent position of this, the continued fulfillment of it throughout this entire ascending consolidation, damn near candle for candle throughout it, as well was projecting that upside today. Now, we did overshoot that a little bit here, but I do think we are still in range for this to continue its fulfillment to the downside after building out and rejecting somewhere up there off of the 396 price level. So you can see the continued fulfillment of it today, again to the upside as it was projecting and as discussed in the Tuesday update and prep video. And you can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Now, from a technical perspective, I will be looking at that 396 level as my upside breach level for continued fulfillment to this potential upper macro third and that confluence of resistance that has been formed up here by it and the macro descending level of resistance. That shows, just for the sake of documenting it on the channel, that shows a Tuesday morning high of around 410. So I am looking at the 396 as my macro breach level to the upside for that breakout and continuation of fulfillment to the upside, potentially to that 410 intersecting confluence of resistance and that macro third. However, for a rejection back downside, I will be looking at the previous top here at 390.25 as a potential neckline if it were to establish a neckline there for that breach to downside and potential continued fulfillment for that macro downside move. My friends, my family, that is everything I have for this video, and everything I am looking at with AMC, GME, and SPY, moving into specifically tomorrow, TGIF, and beyond. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you all very much. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. Leave me some comments. Let me know how y'all did in the market today. I hope y'all had a killer day as well. I will have an update and prep video out again on Sunday for the weekly update and prep video like I always do. Good luck in the markets tomorrow. Make some extreme gains for yourselves. Happy Veterans Day to all my brothers and sisters in arms, both domestic and foreign. Thank you all for your continued service. I hope you all enjoy your day tomorrow. For the rest of y'all, thank a vet. If you see a vet tomorrow, let them know you care about them and let them know you appreciate their sacrifice for you. Don't forget to grab your official Extreme Gains merch at the merch store. The link is in the description of the video. The shit's flying off the shelves. Go get some stuff for yourselves and represent for me. Take some photos, send them to me, all that good stuff. I am going to have a merch giveaway coming up here shortly in the future, so look out for that as well. Enjoy your weekends. Take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you all on the next one. Later.